All right, Tony here, Transformation Fitness and Wellness Nutritional Training System. What we're going to go into today is all about alcoholic beverages, alcohol in general. So we'll get going here. Here's what we're going to be covering exactly. Ethanol, obviously types of alcohol and body composition, alcohol and digestion, alcohol and nutrients, alcohol and hormones, and then alcohol and heart disease. So we're going to start with ethanol. There are many kinds of alcohol. Ethanol, which is the alcohol found in beer, wine, whiskey, etc., isn't the same alcohol that nurses rub on your arm before donating blood. That is isopropyl alcohol. So there's a difference. Ethanol is formed by the fermentation of plants that are a dense source of carbohydrate. Example, barley, wheat, corn, fruit. Ethanol is not an essential nutrient and is rich in energy, providing 7 calories per gram. That's what we've got to remember that, when you're educating your clients about it's not essential nutrient, and then obviously there's more calories when consuming it. So we're going to jump into alcohol and body composition. Adding alcohol to one's usual food intake can lead to obesity if total calories are regularly in excess of daily needs. So if you're consuming too much and alcohol on top of it, obviously it could cause obesity. However, substituting alcohol for one's usual food intake often leads to muscle loss and protein malnutrition. That's interesting and a good note there. A large analysis in the US showed that despite a greater calorie intake across increased level of alcohol intake, BMI was not increased in women who drank more. Men, on the other hand, who drank more than 2 drinks per day did have a higher BMI than lighter drinkers. Lack of weight gain in some alcohol users may be due to less food consumption or higher levels of physical activity. So that's what they're trying to associate that with. Alcohol impairs judgment. People who drink socially may find that they are more likely to engage in problematic eating behaviors while drinking. A big plate of nachos or chicken wings seems like a great idea after the 3rd beer. And that's where people can get in trouble because their inhibitions drop. They have 1 or 2 drinks and they've been eating really well and everything goes to the crapper. So they start over consuming, or what they choose to eat. It's not going to be the best choice. Obesity is another independent risk factor for liver disease in alcoholics. When muscle is exposed to ethanol on a regular basis, it decreases in size, also receiving less blood circulation and distorted metabolism. So we're going to move on to alcohol and digestion. Chronic alcohol ingestion impairs pancreatic enzyme secretion, which can result in nutrient malabsorption, particularly of fat and protein. Those are the 2 things it's going to affect, along with pancreatic digestive function. Pancreatic endocrine function can be affected as well. Insulin resistance is a common side effect of alcoholism, which results in a lack of glycogen formation and energy store depletion. Anaerobic energy production can predominate within the cell, resulting in excessive lactic acid production as well. So those are some of the things that chronic alcohol ingestion can affect with digestion and some of the physiology of the body. Alcohol and nutrients. Alcohol consumption can alter nutrient status. Alcohol consumption can lead to impaired amino acid uptake and protein synthesis in the liver, along with increased protein oxidation due to necessary cell regulation. Other compounds, including leptin, are often increased in alcoholism, which can be pro-inflammatory and decrease appetite. So those are 2 of the other things that can affect with alcoholism with the nutrients. The liver is a major storage depot for vitamins and converts vitamins in metabolically useful forms. Heavy alcohol consumption diminishes the uptake and utilization of folate, vitamin B6, B1, and vitamin A. Folic acid deficiencies is the most common vitamin deficiency among alcoholism, most likely due to an increased demand of nucleic acid needs for regulation of injured liver cells. So basically the body's repairing itself and it's taking nutrients from other places to repair the damage from alcohol. Nevertheless, poor dietary intake of folate also contributes. Alcohol acts as an antagonists to vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B3, and vitamin K. Vitamin E has also been depleted in those who consume alcohol. Now we're going to move on to alcohol and hormones. Chronic alcohol intake is one of the most powerful mediators of sex hormones. Ethanol is a testicular toxin and can increase the activity of aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen in the body, which that's good to know for males. So chronic male alcoholics develop an assortment of endocrine disorders, including infertility, gonadal atrophy, and fermentation, caused in part by elevated production of estrogen and low testosterone levels. Alcohol abusers tend to have lower testosterone in general, and all these side effects are part of it. Alcohol and then heart disease. Excessive amounts of oxidative stress are associated with numerous chronic diseases like cardiovascular, cancer, and diabetes. Regular drinking, more than moderate levels, that's more than 50 grams per day, can result in higher levels of oxidative stress, injure the liver, increase fat synthesis, displace nutrients, mostly B vitamins, displace omega-3 fat intake, and then shrink muscle tissue. So what we got going on next is we're going to jump into days 11 through 24 of this training.